Oh, there we go. Ladies and gentlemen, there it is. Another episode of Hot Pudge Wednesday, one-on-one with Pudge Fernandez. Thank you for showing up, you millions of people. I see you all of you here today, tonight, whatever time zone you're in. For me and a very good friend of mine, comedian, straight out of Jersey, South Jersey. Got to be specific because she's an Eagles fan. All right, you always got to distinguish the North from the South, because the South, they're Eagles fans. That's how they roll. Don't like that much. But aside from that, she's a wonderful comedian, very funny, and don't let her fool you. She's a hell of a catcher. Okay? We've played many softball games together, and she is my number one.
Yes.
One.
What's up? What's up?
My daughter says hello.
Hi.
Yeah. She saw my post, and she's like, oh, you're interviewing LaTice? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, how do you know her? She goes, Dad, softball. I'm like, oh, shit, that's right. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, so she says hello, she remembers, and she's upset that, we're not having our softball this year.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Goes like
the new norm.
Yeah, this is our new world right now. So what's happening?
I'm all right. How are you? I
just got back from the nail salon, actually.
You got from where?
From the nail salon. My nail salon finally opened up.
What phase are you in?
We're in phase 2. That was phase 2 in Jersey of the rollout. So
all right. So you got your nails done.
Everything, yeah, finally. So they had all the plastic coverings. So they have the hanging ones for the pedicure chairs.
Okay.
And then for the manicures, they have the dividers set up at each station. So I was like, yay. And we all had to wear, we all have masks on. And they even have a waiver that we had to sign. And they check your temperature upon entering.
Get the fuck out. Wow. They check temperature before doing your nails.
Yeah. Yep.
Holy shit.
I sat down in the chair, and then she was like, oh, we just need you to sign this. I was like, sure, no problem. And they did it's like the little thermometer gun.
Yeah.
And got the temperature, and they recorded on the waiver and everything. Mm-hmm.
They're covering their asses. Nobody wants any lawsuits.
But that's good, though. Like, I wouldn't want to be working on anyone who exhibited signs of having.
Yeah, they're careful. They're careful. Yeah, that's good. That's good. I just like how wherever we go, they have this new plastic. There's always a plastic shield or a plastic wall or a plastic. Yep. And for a lot of America, that's new. Or for a lot of piece of America that grew up in the hood, we're used to the plastic ordering.
Right. Going to the Chinese food
in the late night. The bulletproof glass. Used to, bulletproof. Yeah, nothing new. Nothing new.
Like, oh man, I remember who was that had that joke that in the hood you stick your head through the hole and that's how you get your hair cut through the bulletproof glass.
Oh wow, no, I don't know that one.
I forget who said that. That was years ago, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming you haven't been up since mid-March like everybody else. Did you get
Actually, no. Last Friday I was in Delaware. I did my first live show again. Yeah, at the Milton Theater.
All right, so if that's your first one, what was your last one before that?
Really, like before March, probably like February something. Yeah.
So with that gap, what went through your mind? Did you study?
You know what's crazy? I've been doing a lot of Zoom stuff. So some comedians, they weren't too keen on. I was asked to do some, and then there's a running mic from Philly that is called Fergie's. It's usually every Sunday. So the people who ran that actually started doing that. So it's the 14th or 15th week will be this Sunday. They've been doing the mic since quarantine. So it's actually called Sucks to Be Quarantined, but it's SUCS, and then the letter 2, and then B, and then Q. So they have their own page. So we go live every Sunday, 9:00. It's like 40 or 50 comedians sometimes. There's first half, a second half, and it's through Zoom, but they'll go live on Facebook and YouTube. It's amazing.
Wow. So,
So I've been having fun. Like we just, kicking it, and yeah. So I've been doing that too.
So you're part of the community that's okay with the Zoom?
Yeah,
you're okay.
I like the Zoom. I did a fundraiser for a organization called Inspiring Life Together. It's for like survivors of breast cancer and their families. So like I did a comedy show for them and raised a little bit of money, and so yeah, I love it. I love it.
Oh, okay, cool.
I also
there's
started,
like it's a split. There's a split in the community.
There is. I know.
Yeah.
I brought back Funny Bits too. So now we're not in the studio. So we brought back Funny Bits podcast. So now we do it, and I stream live on YouTube and on Facebook through StreamYard is actually the host for that. But yeah, I've been having a blast, man.
All right, good. Yeah, you got to keep. I know you have to keep the creative juices rolling. That's why I'm doing all these IG lives. I did some Facebook lives. I do a segment, 6 feet, 6 questions that I post up every week.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been going around the city visiting comedians, and we're standing 6 feet apart. And it's Corona style.
Right.
So yeah. So it's been fun, creative, cool.
Yeah.
But the Zoom, I did 2 shows. One was a fundraiser, which fine. I'm raising money for some people, but it's just still off. I don't know. I can't do the Zoom. I learned, the first one I started off, it was like a 10-minute set they wanted.
Yeah.
I started off with a bang. I was rolling, but then I felt like I was floating in space and just not, I was like, I can't feel nothing.
Yeah. So basically you just couldn't get your footing, you feel like.
Yeah, it felt kind of weird. And then I adjusted for the second one, and I just made which was good. I made my jokes tighter, and it was less tight. So yeah, it makes you, and you just got to find your own rhythm. Yeah,
for sure. It's definitely a different feel. It did help, I think, with some of the shows. Like you can see the people in there. So even though they might be muted or whatever, or sometimes their video is off, sometimes it's still cool to just know that people. So then through Zoom, you activate like the chat. So the people watching the show can actually like do their LOLs and comment on your set, like in real time, which is cool.
Yeah. Yeah. But sometimes I'm just looking for it. I'm just waiting for something. It's like,
right.
It's like Helen Keller. I'm just looking for something. Right. It's like I'm trying to feel my way through. So I'm not searching for Zoom shows. If I get invited, sure. If it's for a cause, of course I'll do it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and so tonight I was just telling my wife, I think my first official show might be, I guess, next month. I got accepted into Mohegan Sun their last comics with an X, not to confuse with the other last comics, standing type thing, the contest.
Over up in Connecticut, right? The Mohegan Sun? Yeah.
Yes. So they just sent me the email. I've been accepted.
Oh, congrats.
And I guess I gotta send them $35 and.
And then bring your people so they can applaud and laugh very loudly for you.
Oh, Lord. I hope it's not like that. I don't want to hear that bringer. I let
It pretty much is. I did it a few years ago. I remember it. Like it was fun, but it's like they have their resident people that are from the area, and whoever it is.
Well, the one thing I did notice, because I know it could turn into that. But one thing I did notice was, I think it says something about every round, there's a crowd participation that votes for the winner, but then there's also 2 slots picked by management. Okay. So there's a management control. So that still gives, you know what I'm saying? Because I guess they're acknowledging that, people, whoever brings the most.
Right. It could go either way. I think it's great. Like, what was it? Last week I was in New Hampshire, actually, via Zoom for a show. So that was cool. Yeah, so that's the one thing that I like about Zoom. Like, you can literally be anywhere with
in the
anybody.
country.
People. So, like, I did an LA show. I said New Hampshire. I've just been bouncing around.
You know what? I'm not knocking it. I'm just waiting till maybe September.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we'll get back to more real shows. It's great that you've adapted. If you can adapt, and you did, that's awesome. I'm just hoping we don't have to adapt for too long, because I'll be forced to adapt.
So I have to tell you, let me tell you how the setup was though for the Delaware show, which was cool because it's a theater, so they do like plays and everything, but they've been doing comedy there for years. So the owner wanted to start comedy back up, so they've been doing it every Friday for like the last month or so, and so I've been there before during regular times, and so they had everybody spaced out. It was nice, everybody, and each comedian had their own microphone, which I thought was cool. And no meet and greet afterwards. They got rid of that unless we wanted to, still, again, with the masks and everything. But you didn't have to perform with your mask on. The stage is far away from everybody. So it was fun. It was dope.
Yeah, and the one thing I'm doing is I've already contacted some bars and lounges and some producers. I know, with the quarantine, a lot of these spots, you've done my bar shows, and I know they've been getting hit hard. So I'm volunteering my services to do a free show with whatever volunteer. To help boost, boost the business real quick.
I was about to say, I mean, you got the connects. That was your thing, in those bars. And, together. That's what's up.
Yeah. Well, I thought I'd give, just a little payback and say, and also a helping hand, because everyone's going to, these businesses got hit hard.
Yeah. Very hard. So it's good that people are starting to like slowly come back out of it. But, with like those states, they were talking about Texas and California and, Arizona, and now there's supposed to be like a second wave hitting. So now Jersey might be closing up a little bit.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah. They might take like two baby steps back with this. So we'll see.
Damn. It's kind of crazy. I called my buddy, an Army buddy from Texas. Now, when Corona hit and New York was #1, he reached out to me. And I'm like, we're good. We're locked down. We got the precautions. Our numbers are fucking ridiculous. 800 a day. We're dying at the peak. And he was just checking up on me. And I asked him about him. He goes, like, we're cool. We really don't have anything. And I told him, I was like, yo, just watch us. You got, you're good. Just watch us. Do what we do. And if we fuck up, you know what not to do. We're your guinea pigs. This is the conversation I had 3 months ago. Just watch us. 3 months later, I'm calling him because his numbers are skyrocketing.
Exactly. And I called, like they were so lax with it. And actually, the ironic thing is that DL thinks that when he was in Dallas, that's how he contracted it. And then he gave it to his crew. And then by that time, the following week, he was already in Nashville at Zany's. And then he passed out during that show.
Well, my buddy caught it. He's in Dallas. He actually caught it. And he was okay. He said he got hit hard for 2 or 3 days and recovered. Okay. And then last week there were some comedians in San Antonio from California who visited, and they got it, and they got it in San Antonio. So Texas is hot.
Yeah, it's the hot spot. I don't know what's going on down there. Why they won't wear masks? I don't understand what the problem is.
The Midwestern states, I know they march to the beat of a different drum, and they are who they are, and I totally get it. But Florida is the biggest shock. Half of Florida is ex-New York. How do you not?
Right.
How do you not know what's going on?
Listen, it's that ocean air, man. They just like forget it. On our beaches, they don't care.
So like our numbers are dropping and everyone else is going up. It's just ridiculous, and I don't know. And the next thing we're all stressing is the PUA, the poor and the and unemployment. We're all like,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
because PUA ends on the 31st.
Yeah.
Congress is on vacation till the 20th, and then there's
Right.
going to be a vote. So we're all like crossing our fingers. PUA, PUA.
Right.
The PUA prayer. Just a couple more months.
Right.
PUA, PUA.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine?
It's scary.
It is. It is.
I don't.
And so everybody was talking about the second stimulus that was supposed to hit too.
Oh, the other check?
Yeah.
I keep the check. Give us the PUA. Give us 3 more months of PUA.
Right.
I'll take the PUA. Keep the check.
Right.
I did the math. Keep the
math.
check.
A lot of people aren't doing the math, but
give me the PUA. Give me 3 more months of PUA and we good.
I'm getting excited, right?
But the unemployment keeps going, right?
Huh?
The regular unemployment keeps going, I believe.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I didn't file for anything, but
wow, why not?
I heard that United Airlines. Did you see that?
No.
They're getting ready to let go like over 36,000 people. I don't know, some crazy ass number. They're getting rid of a lot of people. And that's sad. Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah, a lot of people are adjusting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, look, their numbers dropped. They have no flights, and the first thing you're going to do is let the people go. How many other companies are going to do this?
A lot, unfortunately.
And the unemployment, is it going to get better?
No, I don't think so. But then the other side of that is places that are opening, they are like their prices have gone up just because they took such a hit. Now it's like we have to help pay for what they've been down for the last 3 or 4 months. I was like, okay. So that's what it's looking like out in the real world. Like, I went to Philly last night and I went to this place called Taboo. And I was like, oh, could I so everything was set up they had all the markings down, social distancing, the dividers were up, everybody had their masks on, there were 2 bartenders working, and you literally had it was a little line that you had to follow. So everything was marked on the floor, and you entered one way and you left the opposite way that went outside to their area. So a lot of people were just, standing out there with their little to-go drinks. But I was like, let me get 2 Tito's and pineapple. Dude was like, okay, $20. I was like, word? For a cup of this. I was like, oh, snap. I said, okay.
I mean, a lot of people, the small businesses are adjusting, raising prices. Big businesses are letting people go. Brooks Brothers, a couple of big Brooks Brothers filed for bankruptcy protection. Mm-hmm. So there's going to be a lot of bankruptcies. Hey, I'm looking at the bright side. Real estate is going to drop. So if you want to buy a house, now is the time within the next 12 months.
Word.
If you're going to buy a car, I think it's a good time.
Yep, that too. I'm not in the market for either. So
actually, we are. That's the crazy part. So we're supposed to be moving. That got halted thanks to Corona.
Right.
And wifey's truck is breaking down, and I'm tired of paying for it, so she's got to get a new one. So so it might work out in our favor.
Oh, for sure, for sure. What do you think about this Kanye announcement, dude?
What the fuck? What? I hate. God damn it! He's an idiot savant. He is. I mean that, and I guess in a positive way, because his music, his production.
My thing is, I don't want people falling for the BS. Like, we already know he's in bed with Trump. So if you're voting for Kanye, that's basically voting for Trump. It's bullshit. And no.
Who's going to take him seriously? Okay, what's the play? What's the political play? You know what? He could, if he takes contributions, he could be funneling them to Trump.
Right. Well, I read that he got funding like for his business. He got millions of dollars in funding when everything went down. So like he's been covered. That's the thing. Like,
yeah. I hate people at that level. I mean, it's called business savvy. But when he was marketing his business strategy for his clothing line and how it's going to be awesome. It's the best. It's this. It's that. All I need is funding. All I need is backers, and no one will back me. Nobody will back me. I said, motherfucker, turn around. Turn around. You're married to money. There's your backing right there. You why? If it's such an ace in the hole, if it's such an awesome product, why is your own family not backing you? You got how many sister-in-laws? How many millionaire sister-in-laws does he have?
Right. The Kardashians have their hand in almost every business you can imagine.
Why are you searching for money outside? You got money inside. You got 6, 7 sister-in-laws, and even the brother-in-law's got some spare change.
Please. They disown him, so the poor brother. The brother.
Pobrecito. Pobrecito. But yeah, I don't know what his play is. I just think we don't need. It's just really you're gonna.
I know. So I'm like, but how is that even possible? Like with everything that already happened, the primaries happened, all this stuff. It's like now all of a sudden he's like, oh well, guess what? I'm like, no. It's
probably Trump is, hey, do me a favor, or it's just some BS.
That's what I said. I literally said, I could hear the phone call. Yeah, I could hear the phone call.
Yeah, smoke and mirror. He goes, listen, if you get any money, kick it over to me. Keep 20% for yourself, and we both win.
You're disgusting. Yeah.
It's some kind of play, but it's really. It's like, do we really need it? Really? Like we don't have enough on our plate. We don't have enough distractions.
No, it's ridiculous. I can't.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Like, and we're barely halfway through summer.
Right. Exactly.
I'm already plotting to go to the beach. I need to work on my tan. Hopefully next week.
Right.
I'm serious. We just went to Niagara Falls a week ago. And
I saw that. How was it?
Pretty cool. Good. You ever been there?
No, not yet.
It's a must. You got to go on the boat. It's a must. It's like one of the original 8 wonders of the world.
Right.
The pictures are amazing. I mean, to be in front of that shit and the water. I mean, where else are you going to get pictures like that? You're going to get wet and you're looking at it. You're like, holy shit. Definitely cool. Very cool.
I've always wanted to go because of the Superman movie.
Yes, I was looking for that. Yeah, I was looking. When I was on the boat, I'm like, I think that's where. Yeah.
Yeah. For sure.
So but totally cool. We got very lucky. We just got tired of being cooped up and wanted to get away. We kind of knew everything was going to be closed, and it was. And then when we got there, they had just announced that the Mist, the boat ride, was going to open the next day for the first time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we immediately got tickets, and thank God. So that was the best part of the trip.
Good.
But Canada was closed, just in case. Canada is not open. They're shut.
All of Canada.
they didn't have any boat ride. You can see Canada from the New York side, and they were shut down. We saw their boat. That shit was in dock. It wasn't even moving. There was no people. So they were trying.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
But yeah, just trying to keep our head above water and try to stay sane and I'm
losing myself.
And is that your studio?
Yeah, my little green screen behind me. Yeah.
Me too. I got my studio, my little jersey. Just pick a spot somewhere in the house and just make it yours.
Right. This is where all my Zoom stuff happens. So normally on my laptop, like I have a background, but because it's on my phone, like I don't have one. So it's interesting.
Yeah, but yeah, just staying busy. So I think a lot of people have set up their own little shop in their house,
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm just using this time to move forward with everything that I didn't address before as a comedian. The social media, the videos, the content, the YouTube channel.
Yeah,
been staying busy.
This is the time. Yeah, I've been writing. I'm actually doing a couple collabs, and so like I'm getting ready for when we can actually like film some stuff after all of this. So I'm hoping like towards the end of the year and get all this stuff done. But I am gonna do some sketch work probably over the weekend and then next week.
All right, nice, nice. I'm telling you, this Corona can work in our favor if we use the time wisely.
Yeah, for sure. I believe that.
I think as comedians, I've spoken to some other comedians, and I think before BC, before Corona,
yeah,
everybody was at different levels, at different stages, and different positions. Right? Now we're all the same.
Yeah.
We're all the same. Right?
That's so
now,
funny.
What you do with your time is going to determine how you come out of this on the other side. Because a lot of people assume they're going to be in the same, they're going to walk into the same position.
Yeah. Can you imagine? Yeah, no, you can't. It's not, it's going to be a totally different world. So,
yeah,
you're not just going to be able to just walk out and be like, all right, back to where I left off. No,
it's like, how many shows are they going to have? What are the adjustments as far as the people? What are the adjustments as far as the pay? If we go to if the clubs go 50%, is that going to cut the pay in half?
Right. We have to think about that. That's because they're only allowed to have actually like 35% capacity they're starting with. So we don't even know what like 50% looks like yet, if we're even going to do that.
You know, and as far as New York, the Mecca, Broadway's been canceled till 2021.
Oh my gosh!
So is that better for comedy clubs? Are they going to catch all the business, or is anybody even going to come?
Right.
I can tell you.
Here's what in my opinion, I think people will, just because they're. First of all, I say we're essential. We are essential people.
Yeah.
Right. So I think people are dying for entertainment. So if Broadway is shut down, then comedy is definitely going to take a jump. But still, there's only going to be a certain amount of people allowed in these confined spaces still.
Yeah, so it's going to be weird. And I can tell you, as an Uber driver in New York City, because that's what I did. Right. I mean, if half my money may have come from New York, and at least 25% comes from airport trips of people flying in and out.
Yeah, for sure.
And then there's another chunk of tourism. So if nobody's flying in and out, and the tourism drops, how much New York is actually going to have money to even take an Uber?
Exactly.
I'm worried. My wife's concerned. She's telling me to find another job. Wifey's telling me to go do something else because she doesn't think. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't know. Like Uber is still jumping. Like I know people are doing it in the Philly area, and they're making money.
Oh fuck!
So, yeah.
You see what Comedy Pete? Shout out to Comedy Pete with
Hey Pete.
With the news flash. Caroline's is closed till 2021. Thank you. That's Comedy Pete with the Hot Pudge news flash.
Well, then by then it'll be time for us to get our breakouts.
Caroline's is going to be closed in 2021. That's a huge hit.
Ready to get my breakout in 2021.
Jesus Christ. A lot of us. Have you done a breakout over there? No, I didn't do one either. Yeah. I never signed up.
You don't know who I am yet.
I think I hosted somebody's breakout, but I didn't do. I hosted a couple of people's breakouts, but I didn't do one myself.
I ended up jumping on. I got a guest spot. I remember when oh, who was that? I think it was maybe Nico. No, I forget whose breakout it was, but I like got a guest spot. I was like, because I just came to support, and I went in the back, and they were like, "Yo, I think Jamie Roberts was there. I think Jamie was hosting it."
Okay.
And yeah, I don't even remember. It's so crazy, but I remember doing a guest spot on somebody's breakout.
Wow. So I mean, I was shocked. Caroline, one less club, because a lot of people were speculating which clubs, because you know, like any business, who had money saved up for a rainy day?
Right.
Who's ready? Who's ready? Who's prepared? There was a lot of guessing and second guessing. Some people are making predictions. Certain clubs are not going to reopen. They're going to close down.
What do you think about Broadway in New York Comedy Club?
I actually interviewed Al. He sounded he's gonna. Al is Al. Al's gonna make it happen. Al, it's gonna happen. He already made it happen. They've already started the reconstruction and the remodeling with dividers and stuff. He had some pictures on Facebook. I interviewed him because I read his book, which is very interesting, by the way. Yeah, real good book.
I need to get it.
Yeah, it's really fun when you read a book and you know all the characters and at least half of them you know personally. So it's like, oh shit, yeah. So a lot of people, a lot of names you'll recognize in a book. So it's a lot of fun. But yeah, he's coming. I'm not worried about Al. Al will make it happen. But I don't know. Some of the other clubs, I don't know.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. I mean, I wish everyone, like, I'm just hoping everybody can bounce back, you know.
I mean, there's so much speculation. Who's staying open? Who's closing? What's the pay going to be like? Less shows, more shows, half an audience?
Right.
You know?
The crazy part was that Zanies down in Nashville, they were running 7 nights a week. They were doing shows in the midst of that. And when DL passed out, after that, they closed for like 2 weeks so they could clean everything. And I'm assuming they're like going right back to business.
So Zanies was running 7 nights a week.
Yep. If you go to their website, they were up 7 nights a week.
They weren't 7 nights before Corona, right?
So that's why I'm like, yo, and that's what I mean. Like, it seems like people are, because they were closed, now they're trying to like play catch up and like, you know, really go hard. And then that happened and they shut down for 2 weeks so they could clean. So I haven't checked recently to see if they're back up yet.
Somebody told me that there was a boom. I don't know if it was after 9/11 or it was, I don't know, it had to be because there was no other time. Or was it Sandy? Sometime when there was a closure or something, everything stopped. But then there's a big boom because people are just going to launch. Because, into entertainment and distractions and laughter. So there's probably, I think there's going to be a boom in the beginning. And let's hope our numbers don't go up. Right.
I'm planning on just wearing that mask for at least until the new year.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I don't see it changing. You know,
I'll wear it wherever it's needed accordingly. If I'm indoors, when I go to the market or any store, I'm wearing it. The only time I don't wear it is when I go to the park and I'm doing some laps because I can't breathe. My fat ass trying to fucking breathe. No, I can't.
That's a struggle.
Yeah,
but I'm not. We just need to get used to it because that's just the world we live in right now. Yeah.
But I know it's just damn. I feel like I'm getting affected twice because of Uber and comedy. I'm not getting it. It's like, goddamn.
Right.
And my wife's stressing. My wife is stressing. She wants me to go back to college, get a career, do something.
Right. Do something.
I've worked hard. Not to work hard to do comedy. Now I got to work. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know how hard it is?
No, I know exactly what you mean. That's so true.
That is, people don't realize the mindset of a comedian is how can I make a living without working at all or as little as possible so I can devote my time to being a stand-up. I don't want to. I want to work as little.
It doesn't feel like work. I want to do something that doesn't feel like work and get paid nicely.
Yeah, and you're not trapped.
Right.
Because I felt my first several years. I mean, when I had a real job, I felt like that. I lost a lot of opportunities because I had a real job.
Yeah.
And that's why it wasn't cool, and I switched.
Right.
So
because you have to make a decision. You have to be so, like, very certain that that's what you want to do.
You're all in.
Yeah, you have to be.
I keep telling. I keep reminding her I'm all in for life.
Right.
There's no retirement. Because like I said, we're supposed to move, but before we move, I'm letting her know there's still an out for you. You can still. There's still an out. I'm just letting you know I'm all in.
Take it down.
Because this is a life decision.
Yes.
There is no retirement. We go out like Don Rickles. We go out like George Burns.
Right.
Joan Rivers, God rest her, she went on a table, but she was still going at her age.
Still going.
You know what I'm saying? You just go to Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
He was in the chair. He was in a wheelchair. He was still fucking going, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see. That'll be you in the fucking bar and shit. Talking about, all right, let me bring up your next comedian.
Maybe. But I'm being honest with wifey. Spouses don't understand. Spouses and girlfriends and boyfriends, they don't get it.
No.
They don't get it. And it's like, no, this is life. This is the life commitment.
Yeah.
and that's when breakups and divorces happen.
Yep. For sure. For sure.
Ouch.
Yeah. Sign the papers.
Which is hilarious. Yeah, no, we're doing good. We actually, we're in another stage of our relationship. We went through a lot. So we're good. But let me roll up your next comedian. Stupid. Yeah, basically, but he knows. I'm telling you, but that's the commitment. It's a life. It's a life.
For sure.
And when you're an artist, you're an artist. Doesn't matter what you keep going.
Exactly.
I mean, it's fun. It's funny. Comedy. You know Pete?
Yeah, I do.
You know Pete? Yeah, good people. He had Debbie Gibson on. This motherfucker got Debbie Gibson on his IG live.
Shut up.
Yeah, he got Debbie Gibson, and you would think, because we remember her from the early 90s, 80s, not, and maybe quote unquote she's not relative, but she's still doing her thing. She's still singing. She produces, and when she did the interview, she did it sitting at a piano, and she played for him.
Woo!
On the IG live.
No.
Yeah, she played for him. So I'm just saying, she's an artist. We are all artists. We don't fucking stop.
Yeah.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty. That's the, unlike athletes. I feel bad for athletes because they're forced to quit.
Right. But then now that's why you see a lot of them are sportscasters. And then, or they start to play golf. That's their alternative sport.
Yeah. But we're lucky.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
We're lucky. We're blessed. And I keep telling wifey that. But she just wants to make sure the money's still coming in and the bills are paid.
Right. Well, I just it's funny because I have another live show that's supposed to happen this Friday right over here in Jersey. And but the weather is not looking good. So I hit up the dude. I was like, yo, it looks like it's going to rain. And he was like, yo, I just hit up the venue and I asked him, what's their plan B? Do you have a rain date? He said, oh, we're just taking it day by day. Listen, don't play with us. You can't play with comedians. Yeah. We need to know for sure. Because me knowing that this show was coming, you get a different feeling. You're like, oh my God, I'm going to be in front of real people outside. This is going to be fun.
Yes.
But now they're talking about they don't know what they're going to do, if they're don't play.
No, I told you, I got accepted to this thing at the Mohegan Sun. I think it's not till late August, But the minute I send over my confirmation, I'm preparing the 5 minutes already. It's a month out. I'm already preparing. I'm already preparing for.
That's how we are.
Yeah, yeah. Don't fuck around with our feelings. No, don't.
Exactly.
Don't jerk us around. Don't.
That's what it is.
It's our own head space. It's the way we think. That's why there's a green room.
Right.
We have to be. Everybody prepares differently. Everybody relaxes differently. Everyone thinks differently, and it's just
before we hit that stage. It's just whatever our process is.
Actually, that was one of the reasons I did the second Zoom show. I told you I did it better, but that was the part that I didn't like.
What?
Because I had to wait.
Yeah.
and so I check into the Zoom, and okay, sound is good, video is good. So somebody made a remark. They're like, "Pudge, you okay? You seem so sad," or something. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm here.
Right. You forgot you were on.
But I'm like, I don't like that. I'm waiting my turn. I'm waiting for the show to start. And then it starts with the host, and I'm up second or third, and I'm waiting. I'm not that I'm not trying to laugh, but I'm not listening.
So you just have to remember to either like put your video off, turn your video off. You can still listen or whatever. But yeah, you have to. It's like you have to get ready.
But that kind of irked me. I'm like, I need my space.
Right. I need my virtual green room. Yeah.
Yeah, I need something. Just I'm like, oh great, everyone's seeing me. Like, get in my head. I'm like, great. I'm trying to be funny and. So yeah, another Zoom in negative, but let's see. I don't know. Let's hope.
I like we literally I think the appeal for me initially was just being able to see other people's faces. I was like, oh my God. So, you see all the blocks and everything. You're looking at everybody like, oh. And so not seeing people for months. And then all of a sudden we're like, hey, well, we have this alternative. I was like, yes, let's do it. So I was just happy to see other people. I was like, yo, this is fun. And that's how I kind of got hooked to it.
No, totally. The IG interviews and the 6 feet thing I was doing. I literally went to Brooklyn, the Bronx, Manhattan, Queens, and just visiting mad comedians. And just, you know what? It was cool. Just, shooting the shit. Hey, how you, haven't seen you in a minute. I used to see you all the time, and we never had time to talk. But, keep running and around, and now we are like, let's catch up and what's good. And
well, that's how the Comedian's Breakfast down here started, because of that very aspect of it, because we sometimes don't work with each other. We're all doing different shows, or we'll see each other in passing. And I was like, yo, but we need to get together and just like chill and like really talk. And so that's how it started. Like, let's just break bread. And so it started as like a monthly thing, and it's been going for years now. But that's how it started. Me and Julia Scotti started it.
And now, when was the last time you guys had a breakfast?
Before January, I think.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And then we did a virtual one in May. And then I was like, all right, I'm not doing another one. So it's just like
everything's on pause. Your breakfast, our softball barbecue. That would be next month.
Yeah, like I was supposed to be in New Orleans for the Black Girl Giggles comedy festival this past weekend and into this week. Yeah, so everybody's like, and I saw some people posting about it like, oh, I should be in New Orleans. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. And like all the memories are coming up from last year. And I'm like, ugh. Like, everything is just done. That and Essence Fest. I went to my first Essence Fest last year during the festival down there, and I was like, this is amazing. Like, so yeah, we're all missing so much.
It's weird, but just to think that this is a moment in time in history, and we're going to be in the books.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We're going to be in the books.
Yeah.
The 2020 COVID-19 freaking pandemic, quarantine, and everything that happened, and we're in the books.
And who survived and who did? That's the scary part. Who survived?
Right. Right. How you be telling our grandkids? Oh, you don't know. We had to wear a mask.
Talking about the bubonic plague is hitting China now. Did you see that?
I saw something on social media. I didn't want to look at it.
So I'm just like, come on, China. Like, what is happening? Can y'all please, like...
How bad is it?
They said it's starting. It's hitting them over there. So, you know.
Bubonic plague? That's like, isn't that 18th century?
Right. Like, where is this coming from?
Isn't there a cure?
I'm not sure. I think like people just died and they were just like, oh.
Yeah, well, they just dropped dead. Isn't that the one where they mark your house if somebody's been dead here? And they, back in the day when they used to scoop up bodies in the street, that was a European disease, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
It was, the bubonic plague was a European disease.
Yeah. Well, now they're saying
what the fuck? What are they? They're creating this. I call bullshit. Right. How does it come back? How does it come back? They created that shit.
That's the scary part. But they need to get this damn vaccine going, and so we can get back to our lives for sure.
Yeah, I know. It's a huge pause. I mean, I'm taking it seriously because I have some pre-existing conditions, so it's extra scary. Because out of the 4 pre-existing, I'm 3. I'm I'm pre-diabetic. I have high blood pressure, and I'm like, I had asthma. So the only thing I'm missing is elderly.
Right.
But and my doctor was like, if you're getting unemployment and you don't need to go back to work, take your time.
Exactly.
Don't don't rush. And I'm like, okay. Because I was thinking September, October, you know?
Me too. That's what I was thinking too.
But she was like, don't rush. Let everybody else go out and let them be the guinea pigs.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm like, damn.
This thing. But it's funny because I had a show at Punchline that was supposed to happen in April. So, of course, that got canceled. And then we picked a new date. And the new date is supposed to be the end of September. Because in my thinking, like, when they hit me up, like, in May, I was, like, trying to figure out, okay, I think, September, October will be good. So I was like, all right, September 30th. Let's see if that'll work. And I'm looking at that date like, that might not happen.
I think, for some reason, I think when school starts, everything is going to roll.
Yeah, but even that is going to be, they're like on off days now. They're like, they're not going to be in there 5 days a week.
Right. Oh, no, it's going to be like 3 on, 2 off.
Yeah.
And vice versa, depending on the grade, depending on the class. It's some crazy shit.
It's going to be wild. So I have the little ones starting kindergarten. I'm like, I don't need any of this bullshit right now. Like, and then Mitchell is starting freshman year. So I'm like, right. So we'll see what this is going to look like.
Wow. Because all these kids missed out so much. All the proms, all the graduations.
No, we did literally, they had a virtual one for him, for their school. It was nice, but it was just so weird. We're just sitting in our living room watching the graduation, and then their pictures. Yeah.
And you could be at graduation in your PJs drinking a cup of coffee.
Right, right. Wow. But yeah, it's like, okay, this is what 2020 looks like right now.
I think September is going to be huge. A huge tell. Like, we'll know. I think we'll definitely know. I think Thanksgiving Day parade will be canceled.
Oh, sure. They can just forget all the parades. All the parades are done. Forget them.
Wow. Let's see what happens.
Yep.
Anyway, let's wrap this up. It's about that time. We made it.
We made it. What time is it? I lost track of time. I really did.
Oh, no, we hit the 45 mark. It usually wraps up. There's a timer. And I want to wrap up when the timer hits. That's like a,
Nice.
There's an IG timer on this shit, so I don't know. But anyway. But thank you for coming on Hot Pudge Wednesday.
Having me. Thank you. Appreciate it. It's good seeing you.
Awesome seeing you. Sorry I can't pitch to you this year.
Know.
But
yeah, well, I was already upset you missed it last year, and then now everybody's missing it this year.
Yeah. Tell me about it. But one day at a time, 1 month at a time, and let's just hope that we'll be sharing the stage real soon.
Yes, we will. Let's keep that going.
I hope so. I hope everything opens up. Oh man, I'm just waiting till September. I'm talking. Come September, we'll all be in the city and we'll be on stage somewhere.
Yeah, I'm definitely driving in for that.
All right, LaTice Mitchell, New Jersey, South Jersey. That's what the green is for. She's an Eagles fan.
I am. That's my green screen. I have a mask too. I have an Eagles mask and everything.
Oh, jeez. I gotta get.
You know what? And since you brought it up, and I'm wearing my Eagles flip flops. All
right. I got my Lawrence Taylor. I got my Lawrence Taylor jersey right here.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah. Well, hopefully there'll be a football season. Let's find out.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
All right, then. Listen, take care. God bless. Say what's up to the family, and I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, definitely. Bye.
Be good. All right. LaTice Mitchell in the house, South Jersey. Oh, that was pretty fun. That was my first person from Jersey I spoke to since I've started these episodes, so it's good to hear they're doing well. I can't believe they're falling back, though, because I figured Jersey and New York, we're kind of, hand in hand with this. I hope they don't fall back. I hope they keep moving forward, because I feel like, shit, the rest of the country's falling back. We can't fucking, if New Jersey falls back, then that just means New York's going to fall back. And I pray to God that doesn't happen, because we're doing pretty good with the numbers. We're moving forward. Slowly but surely, we will get there. Just thinking positive. And I'm getting tired of staying home. I want to perform. And I even want to Uber. You believe that shit? So fucking bored, I want to go Uber. But one thing at a time. Baseball starts the 24th, 23rd, 24th, so I can't wait for that. So anyway, thanks for watching another episode, Hot Pudge Wednesday, one-on-one. Pudge Fernandez. I had LaTice Mitchell on. And this Sunday, Hot Pudge Sunday, like we do every Sunday, every Wednesday. Hot Pudge Sunday, Hot Pudge Wednesday, one-on-one with a different comedian. And, hey, if you miss anything, go to my YouTube channel, Hot Pudge Sunday YouTube channel. Hot Pudge Sunday, you'll see all the IG Live episodes, the 6 feet, 6 questions that I do all over New York City, and also a couple of comedy clips from the past I did. So, yeah, there'll be videos, content going up every week. Check it out. Inbox me. Let me know if you want to jump on. Anybody wants to jump on, have any great ideas, I'm all in. I got no choice. We're all quarantined, so I got all the time in the world. Anyway, Pudge Fernandez, Hot Pudge Wednesday. Thank you so much. See you guys next week.